Welcome into Everything Auburn. Thank you for joining us. The podcast here at Auburn University, we get to speak to members of the Auburn family every single month. And happy March. Can't believe it's already March. But once again, I am Daltonless, and I have two special guests of the Auburn family here with me. I'm going to read their titles so I don't get them wrong here. I have Lisa Lofland, the Assistant Director of Cause Marketing with Auburn Advancement and Auburn University. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Get a big month for you with Tiger Giving Day coming up.
Very big month, yes.
Which what we will be discussing today, as well as self-proclaimed Adapted Athletics Athletic Director, Coach Robb Taylor. How are you doing?
Yes, sir. Hey, War Eagle. Thanks for having me.
War Eagle, indeed. We were just discussing before self-title there of Athletic Director, and I'm very proud of you for coming up with this.
Thank you. I mean, I oversee all of our adapted sports. So we got basketball, tennis, and power soccer, and somebody's got to direct them, so it might as well be me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, big reason we got both of you here today is Tiger Giving Day is coming up here at the end of the month, which is one of the coolest things that Auburn does.
Thank you.
I really love it. I'm a storyteller at heart, video guy. I really love a good story, and I love the way Tiger Giving Day is very story-based.
Yes.
Right. That being said, and what I mean by that is a lot of universities, a lot of colleges, a lot of companies say, I need money to do the thing. Please give me money, which is fair. We do need that. But the way Tiger Giving Day works is so much different that we do need money to fund these things that we want to do. Here are the cool things we want to do. What speaks to your heart the most?
Yes.
Which is so cool. And there's some adaptive athletic stuff, which is some incredible things we're trying to do with Tiger Giving Day, which is one thing we'll be talking about. But if you could, let's start with Tiger Giving Day as a whole, Lisa.
Okay.
Walk me through how it works. What is it? Scope and scale. Okay. What should we expect? What makes it cool? How long you've been doing it? Give me the whole thing here.
Okay. So Tiger Giving Day started in 2015, and we were charged with creating a day of giving for Auburn University. There was no caveats around it or anything like that. So it was pretty wide open to be able to create whatever we wanted to with that day. So the team at the time, we concepted this sort of grassroots platform that would really give a voice and a place for projects from around campus that the Auburn family might not know about. So we really wanted to, if you think of it in terms of matchmaking,
I love it.
We really wanted people to find their match, find the causes, the projects that they were passionate about.
Right.
And so we started it 2015. This past September, we celebrated our 10-year anniversary with it.
Incredible. I can't believe it's already been going on for that long.
I can't either. I still have the original email that asked me and another colleague to figure it out. So
frame that. Put
exactly.
But it's been a really wonderful thing that's brought so much attention and funding to some pretty awesome stuff here on campus.
Yes, it has. So it is officially a 24-hour online day of giving. And this year we have 35 projects.
Incredible.
And we purposely keep their goals between $5,000 and $30,000. When we look at projects, we get a lot of applications. When we look at projects, we try to determine, is this something that we could pull off in one day?
Right.
And also, a lot of people are looking at the projects on their phone. Probably half of our donors, who end up donating are doing it via mobile devices.
So 2026.
Yes.
The world we live
in. One criteria when we're looking at the projects is, can this make sense in a sentence?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Can I pitch it in a sentence? And helping people, find their mouths.
Yep. It's a really cool thing. And I've been a part of several every year. Tiger Giving Day comes around and people come to our department asking to help us make a video to kind of pitch it and sell it. And we make several a year. But every project has a snippet, a little elevator pitch with it to tell it, which is a wonderful segue. Look at me, podcast host, Coach Robb. Athletic Director Extraordinaire.
This is great.
Yeah. It's good. Adapted Athletics has some Tiger Giving Day projects that are coming up as well. I know wheelchair basketball is one that personally has a lot that they're really hoping to get out of Tiger Giving Day. Walk us through that. We'll get through the history of wheelchair and adapted athletics here at Auburn in a moment. But while we're on Tiger Giving Day, what is the Adapted Athletics Tiger Giving Day projects you got going on this year?
Yeah, we're really excited this year. We're actually pivoting away from basketball for Tiger Giving Day this year, and we're pivoting towards our power soccer team. So 2 years ago, we started a power soccer or power wheelchair soccer team Last year, they won a national championship in their division, which was awesome.
War Eagle.
But what we found is that the power chairs that our student athletes use, there's only one company that makes them. And
is it really?
Auburn believes that we can make a better chair. Our head coach of the power soccer team also plays on the U.S. power soccer team, and he's had dreams and aspirations of creating his own chair. So last year, he started working with engineering. So we're excited this year for Tiger Giving Day to really get embedded with all aspects of engineering and create a brand new Auburn-only power chair that we can then kind of roll out and hopefully continue to dominate tournaments with. So they've done some great jobs on some of the prototypes, but the money that we're raising this year is to go create brand new chairs that we can outfit all of our student athletes in.
That's incredible, honestly. I mean, you take it to the Auburn engineers. Those smart people over there.
Those are some of the smartest people I've ever talked to the point where I've had to tell them, you guys are way too smart for me, but I'm glad you're on our side.
There is many times, Kim, our producer over here, has heard me say it more times I'm sure she can count, is we go do video shoots or with this group or what have you, and I'll walk in and they tell us what we're doing. It's like, okay, that's wonderful. I have a film degree. I need you to like 7-year-old verbal language here. So let's back up a little bit while we're kind of talking about. We have the athletic director here of Adapted Athletics.
Yeah.
Let's
any
talk,
question you have, come on.
Let's talk about it. Walk me through it here. So walk me through Adapted Athletics here at Auburn, just from the genesis. I believe it started with tennis, if I'm not mistaken.
It did.
And kind of where was your involvement and kind of how did we get to where we are today?
Yeah, so we've had an adapted sports program for 16 years on campus. We started in 2010. We had one student athlete, and you can have a tennis team with one guy. You can't have a basketball team.
It's a bit tricky.
A little short.
Yeah.
So we started with wheelchair tennis, and then we brought in additional athletes, and they wanted to play basketball more than they wanted to play tennis. So tennis faded away for a number of years, but we brought tennis back about 8 years ago. So we had wheelchair basketball, we have wheelchair tennis, and then, as I mentioned, 2 years ago, we started power wheelchair soccer. So we've got athletes that compete in all three of those sports. We've had great success in all of those sports. Again, power soccer won a national championship last year in their division. And just like able-bodied soccer in Europe, they got promoted to the top level of power soccer now. And I will say, we are the first and the only university in the country to offer collegiate power soccer. So they're playing against adult and club teams from all over the country.
Incredible.
Our tennis team has been national runners-up 2 of the last 3 years. We've had 3 of our athletes finish as national runners-up within their level of play. And I guess from a basketball standpoint, this is where we've fallen short.
Okay.
We've actually lost in the Elite 8 the last 3 years. So the other 2 programs are doing great. I'm slacking from a basketball standpoint, but we have an incredible team this year. We're ranked 3rd in the nation. We're 23-7 right now. We have national championship expectations, just like everybody does for all of our sports. So,
wonderful.
But yeah, we started 16 years ago, and we've grown into 3 sports now, and we've got about 25 student athletes across those 3 sports.
Wonderful. And I can't help but brag for a moment, if I can. If you, I was hoping, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a brag here.
Please do.
Not only all the incredible national champions and all these incredible things we've done here, you're also 3-time Olympic gold medalist. If our research team is,
if I can correct you,
please,
it's 4-time.
Sorry,
4-time.
Apologies.
No problem.
4-time Olympic gold medalist as well.
Yes.
Just coming off the Winter Olympics, can't help but sit there and watch these athletes go, man, what am I doing in my life? Walk me through that experience as well, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I was an assistant coach with the U.S. women in 2008. Was my first Paralympic game that I went to. We won a gold medal in Beijing with the women's team, and then I got hired to be the assistant coach with the U.S. men. So started with the men in 2013, went to Rio in 2016, won a gold medal there, which was the first time the U.S. men had won a gold medal in 28 years. We followed that up with another gold medal in Tokyo in 2020, or the delayed 2021 games.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, I convinced the head coach to retire. He was ready for it.
Good.
And I got promoted to head coach at that point. So I took over the team in 2021, and we went on a great run in that quad. We won a gold medal every single major tournament that we went to, including World Championships, which we hadn't won a gold medal there in 20 years, and then capped it off with a gold medal in Paris, which was the first time that any men's wheelchair basketball team had won 3 consecutive gold medals. Each game was incredible. Each one of them was different, going from Tokyo, where there were no fans there, to Paris, where you had to sell out every single game. It was night and day different, and but each medal holds a very special part of my heart.
Oh, yeah.
And I say this to a lot of people when I go do speaking engagements. If you ever have the opportunity to win a gold medal, just win it. It's the best feeling in the world, aside from getting married and having kids. It is incredible. So when you get that opportunity, don't pass it up.
Yeah. No, I'm still looking for the event for me. Not really sure what that'll be. But when it shows up, I will make sure I win.
Yes,
for
be
sure.
ready.
I got
Be
you
ready.
covered. Yeah, I might be in eating contest is more my style.
Just got to
I
be
think.
ready when the moment comes.
I'm not a hot dog eating contest guy, but surely there's something out there for me.
I'm sure there's a creative director gold medal you can win.
All right, no, I don't know. You talking my language there. All right. All right, Lisa, I got some tough questions for you here.
Okay,
Here we go.
All
Okay.
right, we'll see.
So one of my favorite things I get to do on this podcast is I get to talk to some incredible people, right? And hear their stories. I told you guys before we started, or I said it here. I'm a storyteller. That's what I do. I love to hear what makes people tick, why they do what they do. And Tiger Giving Day is a story-driven thing.
It very much is.
So put you on the spot here.
Okay.
Oh boy. You've been associated with Tiger Giving Day since the beginning.
Yes.
You are clearly passionate about it.
Yes, I am.
I don't want to put that on you, right? But I feel
that would be an accurate statement.
I can feel it come in this direction, right? Went through Coach Robb's background here. I'd love to know kind of your background, your love and passion for Tiger Giving Day, and cause marketing, which is your entire life right here, your job and your career. Walk me through what that looks like at Auburn. Obviously, Tiger Giving Day is the most public, probably, endeavor.
Right.
But it's a 365 job.
Yes. Yeah.
What does that look like from you?
Okay. I'm married into all this. Not a sportsing person at all. My husband found me up in Nashville. He was an Auburn alumnus, and he and his family are from Opelika. So moved down here, fell in love with the area. Didn't even graduate from an SEC school.
That's okay.
Went to Harding University in Searcy, Arkansas. And so 2014, I got hired to be part of the $1 billion campaign at the time.
Oh,
so
fine.
the kickoff team for that. And then the next year we decided to do a day of giving for Auburn University. And Tiger Giving Day just kind of draws you in because it is this, I've always been very proud of the fact that we've held to this model that's very different than other universities.
I love it so much.
Where, we have this great platform to tell these stories. And we hear back from donors every year. I do a donor survey. Last year we had more than 500 donors complete it for Tiger Giving Day, where they tell us why they give. And one of the things I love about it is we hear from families where everyone in the family gets a certain amount of money and they pick their projects, and it's like a day of philanthropy with their kids. For how that goes. We have others where they say, hey, I'm on a fixed income, but I know that my $30, like it moves a little needle, on the bar. People are really into those bars, those thermometers, and the donor maps as well.
Absolutely.
But, so that, that gives you a lot of purpose. But then also hearing back from our projects, the things that I think maybe 2017 was when we started adapted athletics on Tiger Giving Day. And I didn't even know that was something Auburn University had. So to be able to give that program a voice is huge. Yeah.
I find every year I love looking through the whole list.
Yes.
Because, you scroll page and page. There's so much stuff. And inevitably every year there's somewhere between 20 and 35-ish, 40 projects, a year. It kind of varies, right? There's always a handful that's like, I didn't even know we had that.
Yes.
Every single year it happens.
Yes. Same here.
There you go.
I never knew. I didn't know we had a B lab. I didn't know we had an autism clinic. I didn't know the career closet existed for our students, or an eating disorders clinic.
There's so many incredible resources here on campus. It's something we talk about on this podcast a lot, actually. We had, last month, we had a alum on the podcast who was a big part of creating his business here and used the New Venture Accelerator, which is one more students need to know that exist, right?
Yeah.
Tiger Giving Day is a really great avenue for learning about some of those really great resources that you just didn't know about.
Yes.
find some interest, and then find some passionate people. Passionate people are infectious to me. I really
They
love
are,
them.
and we rely on them quite a bit. But I will have projects. There was one year where the autism clinic, the very next day, the professor told us, I think it was in a hallway conversation, that literally she saw their numbers, from the day before, and was able to call a family and say, we can get you the early intervention care that your child needs, because that funding is now there. And so, if that doesn't get you up to go to work in the morning,
Man, you're really trying to make me cry on this podcast again. I'll tell you what, it's happened before, and you guys are really fighting it here. Yeah, it's incredible. It's something that comes up on here all the time, as well as Auburn Family, the Creed, Auburn showing up to help Auburn, which is so incredible. I think what's so great is families do it. You get a little bit of an allowance. So you're going to pick one you're passionate about, and that's what. So people are funding their passions, right? I have a passion for athletics. I'm going to find an adaptive athletic sport thing, right? I have a passion for art. I find something that's art driven, right? If I can get, I'm going to ask you both this, so you can both mentally prepare for it. This is the crystal ball question,
okay?
Right. So crystal ball, what does the kind of the future and growth of cause marketing, Tiger Giving Day? We're 16 years.
This will be our 11th.
11 years.
11th Tiger Giving Day.
16 years for adaptive. That's what numbers.
Yeah.
So 11 years of Tiger Giving Day. What does the crystal ball next 3, 5, 10 years, next 11 years look like as it kind of grows and evolves?
Right.
Tricky question, I know.
It is a tricky question. I think that every year we learn something new, and the Auburn family will let us know what they think about it. I always want Tiger Giving Day to be a day that is accessible to anyone at any giving level. And I always want to make sure, as long as I'm in the saddle, that you can find what you're interested in, with it. So I think that it is an honor to steward that and continue to cultivate it. There may be other opportunities in the future as well for a similar type platform, maybe more focused, in on different things. But in cause marketing, our goal is to make sure that wherever you are in your life right now as a member of the Auburn family, that you know what is out there available. If you're interested in it, we can find it for you. So we either want to engage you where you are or provide you with a philanthropic opportunity where you are.
And connect you with the people that are doing it, which again is one of my favorite parts. It's not, advancement is a kind of a glue connection between the people that want to help do something and the people who are doing the work. And it's a really great way of connection. It's when I first learned that that's the way we kind of do giving and fundraising here at Auburn, it was so, I don't know, it's not the way I imagined it works in my head. I don't know where the idea came from, but it's just when I learned that it was very personable, very story driven, very project based, very individual, this is the person doing the thing that you're passionate about based. It was it felt right.
Yeah. I had no idea this was even a job. So
it's incredible. That's wonderful. And then Coach, if I could, time for your crystal ball question. Yeah. What does the future, I know we talked about you have a Tiger Giving Day project as well. What does the future entail for you guys?
For Tiger Giving Day in the short term, it's getting these chairs created and allowing our power soccer team to continue to compete at a high level and allow us to bring in recruits and then maybe eventually turn the Auburn power chair into the worldwide chair that everyone wants to play in.
Sign me up.
That's kind of our plan for basketball. With all of our other sports, we want to continue to play at a top level with basketball, with tennis, possibly add in some other Paralympic sports in the future if it makes sense for us. And then really our short-term and even long-term goal right now is to try to figure out what happens with our program when the Coliseum comes down. So we're housed in the historic Beardy's Memorial Coliseum.
It's a camera-aware man right there.
But we know that building's not going to stay up for forever. Sure. Every Coliseum has to crumble, even the one in Rome. So there has to be a new home for Auburn Adapted Athletics, and whether that is a Tiger Giving Day project, which might be outside of the scope of $5,000 to $30,000.
Let's talk, Rob.
Yeah,
We may have some other ideas.
Yeah.
There we go. I like it.
Heard it here first.
But it is trying to figure out what's the long-term home for Auburn Adapted Athletics, and then what can we do to better support our student athletes, both in the classroom, on the court, and even off the court. That's always kind of been our goal.
Absolutely. Two thoughts. First, a very low-level thing here. I just want to say, every time you say power soccer, that might be the single coolest name for any sport I've ever heard in my life. Just want to throw that out there. Whoever, that's the name, coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there for sure. And second of all, I think Auburn Adapt Athletics is one of the cooler things that I'm really proud of that Auburn does, because it's one of those things. It'd be sad, and I think you learned that we had it through Tiger Give You Day, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's a thing that I want more people to know about because it's so cool, and I'm so proud that we do it, and we do it so well and at such a level. It's really incredible, and to see it even grow outside of where it's at now would be so cool. And also powered soccer, so cool, just absolutely incredible. Well, I think this is a really great chance. This is the shameless plug moment of your podcast right here. So where to learn about Tiger Giving Day? How do we find it? Where to find it? What do? I want to participate. I want to donate. I want to learn more. Where do I go? How do I do that?
Absolutely. So tigergiving.org.
Can do. Write it down.
March 25th. And you can see all 35 projects there. We have one from every college on campus, including most of our units, student affairs, GPAC, the Jewel, outreach, athletics, several from the provost office as well, like the career closet. This year, notably, for the first time, we've got all 3 ROTC branches will have a presence on Tiger Giving Day.
Awesome.
So Army, Air Force, and Naval and Marine Corps have ROTC projects as well. So that's it, tigergiving.org. If you remember nothing else from this podcast, tigergiving.org.
Wonderful. And it's a great resource, and it's a really great thing that happens every year.
Yes.
Every spring it'll come up beginning of the year.
Yes.
Trying to get in before tax day,
Absolutely.
I know how it works.
It's a sweet spot between holiday giving.
No, I get it. No, and it is helpful, and it's really great. And so it's something you can look out for every year.
Yes.
Always, 30 some odd or so projects, which is really incredible. So, and then coach, want to learn more, but adapt athletics or specific sport, want to learn more. Where do I go? Want to go to a game, watch an event, where do I go to learn more?
Yeah. Well, first off, tigergiving.org.
That's the one thing we're supposed to remember.
Is what they need to remember.
That's what we're remembering.
If you take nothing away from this podcast, tigergiving.org.
That's what we're remembering.
But all of our stuff is listed on our social media, Auburn Adapted, with Instagram. We've got a website, auburnadapted.com. But everything's listed on there. All of our games for all of our sports are free of charge. Power soccer and basketball play over at the Coliseum, so it is still being used, despite what people might think. Our basketball season is wrapping up this month. Our power soccer season, we don't have any more no more home games this year, but in the future, please come to a basketball game if you're around this weekend. I know people watching won't be able to see it, but this weekend we have games if you guys want to come out to some games. But yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I want to say thank you both so much for what you do, for spending some time just hanging out with me on the podcast, learning more about what you guys do and what makes you guys tick. I appreciate it. And good luck. A lot of things coming up here soon, and excited to see what happens.
Well, thank you, Carter.
Thanks for having us, War Eagle. And Tiger Giving Day has been a blessing to us for the last 7 years. We're very fortunate that we've hit our goal every year. And I think the success rate for all of our Tiger Giving Day projects over the last 11-ish years is really, really high. So a thank you to the Auburn family as well for all their love and support, not just of Adapted Athletics, but for Tiger Giving Day, period. Several, hundreds of projects have been funded over the years.
It is 400 plus projects.
I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I was very glad
400 plus projects
pull that number.
As of September, with over more than 16,000 donors over 11 years.
That's incredible. So there you go. tigergivingday.org. That's what we're remembering. And every dollar counts. It all works. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming and listening as well. Thanks for spending some time with us. We're excited to see what comes next. We'll be back again next month with more members of the Auburn family, learning about them and what makes them tick as well. Excited to see you then. And until next time, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
War Eagle.